Hi, hello guys, welcome back to Code with 9 channel. So today we're gonna discuss lead code problem of the day. Check if number is a sum of a powers of a 3. So we are given integer and we need to return true if it is possible to represent n as the sum of distinct powers of 3. Otherwise we'll just return false. So how do we say whether it is divisible by 3 or not? If there exists x such that y equal to 3 power x, right? So I'll just give you an example so I'll get clarity about that. Suppose suppose we have a number 81. So can we represent 81 in the terms of a powers of 3? Yes, we can write in the power in terms of 3 power 4. So yes, it is a divisible by 3. We can return true because it can be written in the form of 3 power x, so where x is 4. So basically what they were given is they are asking us to, is it possible to make a y in terms of 3 power x where x is 4, or you can even like write this thing in the form of 3 power x 1 plus 3 power x 2 plus 3 power x 3, which means we need to write in the different distinct powers of 3. So if we can able to make it in the distinct powers of 3, then we can just simply return as true, or else we'll just return a false. So how do we gonna check this problem? So so in order to understand the intuition behind this problem, you need to understand the basic number system. So how does number system work? Suppose we have a number 1001. Okay, so what does it mean? So it's just a thousand and one, right? Thousand and one. So how do you want to so it's a so it's a thousand and one. So how do you gonna how you are distinguish this? It's a thousand one. So this is a ones place, which means it is 10 power 0 into the number of it, and this is 10 power 1 into 0 in the same way. This is 10 cube into 1. So basically if you add all the expressions, if we add all the expression, what we get is 1000 plus 0 plus 0 plus 1. So that is 1001. So what we are doing is we just representing the numbers in terms of 10. Why we are doing it? So because as we can see in the numbers, we have a number system, we have a 0 to 9 numbers, which is basically a 10 numbers. That's why we are doing this stuff. So in the same way, so if we are doing in the binary system, suppose if we have a 1001, so which means it is 2 power 0, which means this is 2 power 1, this is a 2 powers 2 square place, this is 2 cube place, and this is 2 power 4 place. So if we have a positive number 1, then we'll just multiply it 1. If we have a 0, so that doesn't add up to the summation. So how you are representing the solution? So we are representing the solution is in terms of 2 power 0 plus 1. So 2 power 1 into 0 plus, so and so on. So if you take the same case as 3, so what we are doing is basically we only be getting either z1 or 0. Even on the powers, in the powers we are just incrementing on each term. So suppose if you see right now it was 2 power 0, then in the next case it was 2 power 1, in the next case it was 2 power 2. So what will be the coefficient, like in order to divisible by 2, because this is a binary number, definitely it will be divisible by 2 or it no, like definitely we can write in terms of 2 powers because it is a binary number, right? So in order to we are representing that in a binary number, what pattern should we focus on? So if you check out the pattern, so we are just focusing on the coefficient always should be 1 or 0, because if we have a 1 power 1 2 power 0, then we will be only having a 1, or else if we don't have any 2 power 1 case, then we'll just multiply with a, I mean we only get a power coefficient 0. We don't be getting a coefficient as 2 power 2 into 2. Either it will be a 0 or it will be a 1. So in the same case, in order to divisible by 3, and that should be a distinct powers. So like it shouldn't be like 2 into 2 power 1 plus 2 into 3 power 1 plus 3 power 0 and so on, because it should be a distinct, because how do we say this is 2 into 3 power 1? When do we say it should be distinct means it should only repeated once. So if I have a 3 power 1 plus 3 power 1 plus 3 power 1, it is repeated thrice. So then if you take this summation, then it will be a 3 into 3 power 1. So the coefficient always should be a 1. So in order to be a distinct, so either the distinct should be 0 or 1. So in each incrementing of your power, always the coefficient should be 0 or 1. So I'll just code it up, guys, then you'll get clarity about it, so what we are doing. And also, so what I'm doing is, how do we say the number has been increased? Let's just code it up, guys, then you'll get clarity. So as int n, so until when we will do this iteration, until n should be greater than 0. So let's just write it, should be greater than 0. Suppose in any particular instance, if n modulo arithmetic gives you the 2, the right from that instant just return the false from it, or else what we are doing, n divided by 3. So why we are dividing, keeps on dividing with 3? Because if you observe the case, how the numbers will go, it will be like 3 power 0, then the next case will be 3 power 1, and the next case will be 3 square, and next case will be 3 cube. So how are we gonna track of these numbers? In the first instance, if we have only 3 power 0 in the number n, that determines that it is divisible by 3 power 0, because like 3 power 0 is 1, so n divided by 1 still be 1. So we already consider that case, and the next iteration we're just dividing it by 3. Okay, so which means like we are considering 3 power 1 case. In the next iteration we are still again dividing by 3, which means n by 3 square. So we're going to this condition. So if keep on iterating, we are just dividing with the 3 again and again, so that it can be, coefficientally increasing, exponentially increasing. So that's what we are making of. So if we don't get any return statement and the n becomes 0, then we can directly return true. So even if the n is 1, it still is a valid, because when 1 means it can be any power 0, like a power 0, it still be 1, like anything power 0. Here the n is a is 3, so even if we get the remainder as 1 at the end, still 3, it can be represented in the terms of 3 power 0, so still be valid. Or else in another case, if you get the number remainder like in the end n as 0, it's well and good, it's already been put in a distinct powers of 3, so directly return true. So we'll keep on repeating. If any time if the remainder is 2, which means we cannot make a distinct 3 powers, so we can directly return false, or else we keep on dividing by 3, and then if we find any, if the number of the value of the n be a 1 or 0, then we can directly return the true. Let's just run the code, it'll get clear. Let's see, like, just submit the code. Voila, it's submitted. And that is for today's video, guys. If you like my explanation, subscribe to my channel, hit that like icon, hit that bell icon, so you never miss any notification from my video. And that's it for today's video, guys. Thank you, tata, bye bye. See you tomorrow with a great content. Bye bye.